everybody. Suzanne Hacker here, your vacation rental business coach with Welcoming Wow. And I am here with another Owners Club interview today. And today we have Rebecca with Breezy Hills. And I can't wait to, let her share about herself and her family and her vacation rental, which I've been following now for about a year or almost a year. So Rebecca, if you could just introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about your family, a little about your vacation rental. And I know I'll have more questions.
So my name is Rebecca. I'm married to my husband, Angel. We have two daughters, 10 and 8. So the next few years are probably going to be interesting. Short-term rental that we have is the only one that we have at this point. We do have some long-term rentals. I would like more short-term rentals. It is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. We're about 90 miles northwest of New York City. So we have a very nice large pool of people who could come, but it's a lot of outdoor activities. We're in the tri-state area of New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. So we have a lot of different things for people to do, mainly people coming from New York City who just want to escape the chaos of the city and come to the country.
And 90 minutes isn't bad at all.
No, and it's really not a bad ride. If you're from the city, you're kind of used to the hustle and bustle and the traffic and all of that. So coming north, although it is only 90 minutes, we're, pretty rural. We have a very beautiful mountain view, a deck, a hot tub, a pool. So it's great. It's really great.
Very different than the city then for people.
Yes, very, very different.
To escape. Yeah, that's awesome. So your place is called Breezy Hill.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about how you chose that name.
So my husband was the one to come up with that combination. We did do some crowdsourcing trying to come up with a name because it was a little more difficult than I thought it would be. But we do have, again, a mountain view. And while it is mountain, it's not necessarily like peaked mountain. It's more of a hill, large hill. So we came up with Breezy Hills as the name.
Oh, that's awesome. I know you said that you have some long-term rentals already. What made you want to start down this short-term rental path? What was your reason behind that?
So New York's not a very landlord-friendly state. It's very tenant-driven, which is fine. But we caught some bad luck a few times in a row. Ended up having to face a couple evictions and, courts and lawyers and all of that. So I finally told my husband, I said, that's it. No more, we're going to try this. And he's like, you're crazy. I'm like, yeah, maybe a little, again, kind of went into it very green. I did a lot of research, but I can only prepare you so much for the things you will face. But so far, no complaints. It's been an amazing experience. Amazing.
Awesome. Yeah. Now you first listed it in June of 2022. Is that correct?
Yeah, and June 26th was our list date of last year.
Okay, so, awesome. Yeah. Now, when you listed it, did you already own the property and did you have it as a long-term rental before you decided to convert to short-term, or you bought it with just this purpose?
We actually used to live there. We had another house that needed a lot of renovations. We were in the process of renovating that to short-term it. And I told my husband, I said, I think we should rent our house. And again, he thought I was crazy.
But he stuck with you through it all.
Right. Yeah. But so we ended up moving to the house that we were renovating. And, we did a lot of renovations on the short-term rental before we listed it. It's just such a great location, gives a lot of privacy, and it is a great house.
So if your husband was on here right now and we had the chance to talk to him, would he still think you were crazy, or would he agree that it was a good decision?
No, he would now agree that it was a very good decision.
Awesome. This is good. Yes. That helps the marriage too, huh?
Yes.
What would you say? Because I'm sure there's a few other vacation rentals in the area. What makes your vacation rental unique or stand apart from the others?
One of the things I didn't necessarily think about when we first started was the hospitality side of the business. So I think hospitality is, while design and location is great, hospitality really sets us apart from other places. We're not just providing a place to stay. We are providing, everything that they need to have, a good time while they're there. Towels, linens, toiletries, soaps, and everything they could possibly need besides their friends or their family. So I would think, I mean, for us, that's what I feel really sets us apart from other places local to us.
Sure. So other than like those amenities, what are maybe a couple of special touches that you don't normally see in a vacation rental that you provide?
So we provide a welcome basket for all of our guests. We provide coffee, tea, creamers. Sometimes if there's kids, we'll provide hot chocolate and mini marshmallows. But we also provide a s'mores kit, marshmallows, graham crackers, and chocolate. We do have 2 fire pits. So it kind of goes along with, we provide a welcome note, a handwritten welcome note letter for each guest. We want our guests to feel special when they walk into the property. But I don't want them to feel like they're just walking into a hotel where they're just another number or, dollars.
I really like that, especially that welcome handwritten note for people. I'm sure that goes a long ways for people to kind of make that connection with you and your family. It's a great idea. I'm going to pass that along to one of my clients. Vacation rental business mainly managed by you. Does the hubby also help? Tell me about that dynamic.
He does. So we both have W-2s. I run another business doing environmental services. So we're both kind of hands-on. He does help me with a lot of the renovations. As far as cleaning, we do have a cleaner, but we do self-manage. I answer every single message that comes through, hopefully looking to maybe source a VA or, something else, a little more hands-on probably than most, but we are local to that property. So
would you say that you're the boss in the business or partners equals?
I would say I'm more of like the back end systems, the messaging, making sure we have enough of everything. But he's always there when I need him. He'll, because he again works a W-2 also, so he doesn't have the ability to make his own schedule.
So if you could turn back the clock back to when you first started in this business and give yourself a bit of advice, what would that advice be?
Focus more on the guests. While you need the guest on the property to make it work, personalized approach to your customer service or your guest service isn't something that we initially took into account when we started. It was more about the property and, just trying to get those systems in place. So I wish I had focused more on like providing for the guests in the beginning. I mean, we have all 5 stars, knock on wood. I wish that we provided that for some of our earlier guests, just because I think that made a big difference.
All right. So if somebody wants to find Breezy Hills and be able to book, do you have a direct booking website or mainly through Airbnb or VRBO?
Yeah, so we have a direct booking website. Actually got that set up kind of recently, so it's not like 100% done. breezyhillsny.com. We're also on Airbnb, VRBO, and booking.com. So we try to diversify as much as we can. Trying to get that direct booking going now, just to kind of take that, to rely on the OTAs too much. Again, that's something that I wish I had started a year ago. But again, we're learning.
So the best place then for people to find your property would be www.breezyhillsny.com.
Yep, that's it. But we're also on Instagram and Facebook too. So.
Oh, sure. Okay. And it's actually the same with Breezy Hills NY on both Instagram and Facebook as well. That's awesome. All right. Well, is there anything that I didn't ask you today that you really want to make sure that you share, whether it's about your property or about the business?
I would say if you're thinking about doing it, just do it. As hard as it is, as much work as it takes, it really is a rewarding career. And I never really thought it would become a career, but I can see us doing it in other places, within the next few years. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. And I appreciate you taking the time today to share your wisdom and also to share about your property with viewers. So thank you so much for joining, Rebecca.
Thank you.